Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I'm going to be opening up some new CDs by Paul Weller and Nektar. So these are two artists that I've just recently become kind of obsessed with, especially Paul Weller. I've never owned any of his music, the Jam, Style Council. I knew of them, I might have heard a bit of their music. I just didn't have an interest in it, and now I do. And on Rich Strickler's channel, we do a weekly CD exchange, and I gave Glenn a Paul Weller CD. So please subscribe to Rich's channel, and we'll be doing the CD exchange, reviewing next Friday. Check it out. So I bought these two yesterday at the mall. Paul Weller on Sunset. Comes with bonus songs. So Paul Weller fans and Nektar's fans, let me know what you think of all of these albums here. And also an orchestrated songbook, Paul Weller with Jules Buckley and the BBC Symphony Orchestra, includes career-spanning tracks such as English Rose, You Do Something to Me in Wildwood, special guest Boy George, Celeste, I don't know how you pronounce that, and James Morrison. I'm not hip to all of these new artists. Yeah, so I just started listening to Paul Weller on Spotify, and as I've mentioned in another previous video, it's like everything I listened to I was so impressed with. And it's like, I think I'm going to be getting his whole discography at some point. So I've got here 5 Paul Weller CDs, my very first 5. And 2 Nektar CDs. I only have the one, Remember the Future. And Glenn Kellaway loved the album too, so on one of the previous CD exchanges. So let's start with his latest album, Paul Weller, Fat Pop. This might have been the first thing I listened to, and right away it was like, oh my God, this is so good. The first song was kind of like a poppy dance song, but it was actually really good. And then what I love about Paul Weller is he's kind of like David, not to compare him to David Bowie, but he's like David Bowie, doing all kinds of genres of music and being so good at all the different genres that he attempts. Now, I will keep this hype sticker, yeah, because you know me and hype stickers. And that's a glossy kind of cover, so it'd be safe to put it on there, I think. There. Up. Nice picture. On the Polydor label. And comes with the lyrics. Oh, that's different. The back. See, it's got the fold here and here. It's kind of cool. And says, file under Fat Pop. I just finished rendering my video. It's another tribute to Jinx that's going to be on my ASMR channel. So if you haven't seen it, go over there after, please. And it should be, I think I'll be putting that up today and then this one tomorrow. Another one, Wake Up the Nation. 10th anniversary edition. Remixed, includes the hit singles, blah, 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 blah. Uh-oh. So much for that hype sticker, I ripped it. A write-up and lyrics. Just your typical booklet. I like to call it booklet. So one of these CDs, one of the 5, I gave to Glenn Kellaway to listen to for the fallout for next week to review. So like I said, if you want to know what CD it is, check out our CD exchange on Rich Strickler's channel. I'm not getting paid to advertise. Not this time. So this one is Stanley Road. This is the one I've listened to the most. Just so good. And I know some of my viewers have, I think, mentioned the Jam and Style Council and Paul Weller in the past, and thank you. You were right. I know that guy. Yes, Paul's a big Beatles fan. He's been on stage with Paul McCartney. I think he recorded Come Together charity song with him and one of the brothers from Oasis, I believe. On Sunset. He's always smiling. No, I've seen interviews and all that. He's got a great personality. I do like him. He was interviewed by the Canadian Nardwar, is his name. Really goofy guy that is annoying when he's interviewing, and he gives gifts to the people he interviews. But Paul Weller was great with him and had a sense of humor. And this one, I was wondering, is this actually Paul Weller or is it just an orchestra playing his songs? But I think Paul Weller is actually I hope, on it. I'll find out. But I had heard some of this, so I think he is singing. And it sounded good. Like I said, I like how, you know, he does different genres. And I'm going to keep that hype sticker if I don't rip it. There. How's that? Oh, there is a booklet. I didn't know if there was or not. Yeah, it looks like he's part of it. So you Paul Weller fans out there, let me know which albums I should be getting next. I'm thinking 22 Dreams, which is his double album. Very nice. So, Nektar is a band I'd always known about. One of my older brothers had this on vinyl back in the 70s, around the time it came out, and I remember hearing it. I think I might have even had it on vinyl myself at some point, and I really enjoyed it. But then through the years, I kind of just, you know, forgot about them. But they are, for me, probably one of the greatest prog bands ever. I've heard more of their albums on Spotify, and I've really loved everything I've heard. And I think they're the most underrated prog band. So this is their debut, Journey to the Center of the Eye. Came out in 1971, I believe. And I believe this one, I have heard little bits of it. I think it's more psychedelic rock, and then they got more into the progressive rock. Yeah, if you are into early Genesis and Yes, King Crimson, I think you will love this band. I would start with Remember the Future and then go on from there. One of the reaction channels that I watch, Just JP, he actually just today, he was reacting to side one of Remember the Future, and so far, I think he was very impressed with it. Try reading that. And this one is recycled. Love the artwork. Cool label. Lyrics. Yeah, actually, Remember the Future. It was in the charts in the States. It was, I think, in the top 20 or something, maybe even top 10. So, you know, it's not like they were unknown, but I just feel they're not as known as they should be. Lots of stuff to read. Very nice. Yeah, and they're still recording today and performing live. I know the main guy, I apologize, what's his name? Mixing engineers, Jeffrey Emmerich, the Beatles guy who was the engineer for Revolver and other Beatles albums. Very impressive. Yeah, guitarist, vocalist Roy Albritton. He sadly passed away just in the last few years. But the band is continuing on, and their latest album, it's had very good reviews, so good for them. And that is it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to listening to lots of Paul Weller and Nektar, and let me know in the comment section below what you think of, what other albums that you like of Paul Weller's, and of course Nektar. And I will at some point check out the Jam, of course, and I have heard a little bit of the Style Council, and they're good too, so just give me time. And before I forget, when I went to the mall yesterday, and I was thinking, luckily, I didn't know if they'd have any Paul Weller CDs, but they did. And I always buy Record Collector, and look who's on the cover. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.